thinking that I could have done something, but now I'm left with an empty heart. No making amends, no waking up beside you and holding you till we forget it all. How could
I know. In the last video I said categorically that I prefer the... What are you doing? What? Stop braking then! Can you actually drive? Crazy old woman braking off the slip road. Welcome to another episode of All Talk with me, Dan Pearson, and today I'm joined by Nicola Connor, who is chauffeur or chauffeuress or whatever the term is these days.
Just the best.
She's not the best at all. However, what I am doing is about to tell you some exciting news, because you know in the last video I told you that I really prefer the pre-facelift BMW Z3, and obviously I have one, a 2.8. Well now, I've also got a facelift BMW Z3, and I'm arriving at Usher's because it's been delivered overnight. But in more exciting news, this one is a 3 litre, and we've got about another 40 horsepower to play with. So I am looking forward to driving this thing. Let's go take a look. Where is it? Where is it? Oosh! There she is. There is a BMW. Even here, there's no cars here. So let's have a look at what we've got. First look at the Z3. Well, we've got a couple of little issues that I can see. We've got some lacquer peel on there. These chrome handles probably have to go. A little bit on the arch there where it's coming away. But what a colour, what a beautiful colour. Headlights need a machine polish, but I'm sure you'll agree that this looks pretty awesome actually. And even though I don't like, this is what I'm not so keen on, these raised hips, I don't know if you can see from the back. They sit quite high, unlike they do on the pre-facelift, but actually this looks good, and I'm excited because it is the 3 litre, so just excited to drive this. Let's have a little peek inside. Oh, very nice. And obviously this one is the auto. Forgot to tell you that this is the auto. And so we'll see what the crack is, and I'll tell you soon. So Usher's not here, so I can't drive the Z3. So guys, you're gonna have to wait with me a little while until he returns. I can actually get into the car, take it for a spin. So we're just starting up the Z3. There we go. And it's hunting. Smells really rich. But it's gonna have old fuel in it. We're not sure when it was last run. And obviously at the same time we're not sure when the plugs were changed or when this thing was serviced, so I'm gonna have to take a look at that today and see if we can get it running right. Walking out there, look, foot on the front, it's what? Twice. Foot's front of the floor. So we've got a few issues we're gonna have to have a look at. What?
306 S3 is the engine code for them. We'll go through engine first.
So just to give you a heads up, this Z3 is misfiring and bogging down. Smells rich, a bit like Usher. Smells rich, like, you know, pockets full.
We've got more codes than Morse code in here.
So turn them all off.
Cat Bank 2, ECU, O2, but I'll just reset them all first. Multiple misfires across all cylinders.
So we've got multiple misfires going on this across pretty much every cylinder. So we're going to clear the codes and then run it and see whether or not what comes back.
Further up now as well, between 2 and 3. There's a misfire there.
So Usher's just going to run this down to the bottom of the yard and see if we can actually get the engine management light to come back on. Once the EML's back on, we'll be able to read the engine again, scan those codes and try and see what's fresh and current now. All of the previous codes have been deleted. It's not running great at all. It's certainly not running like Jesse Owens. So a few problems to solve this morning, but that's the name of the game and that's what we're here for. So let's get this done. EML back on?
No, not yet.
No?
I'll give it its dues. It's the smoothest 330 box I've felt, or 320, whatever it is, 330 odd. It's very good, yes. Yeah. Changes is nice. You don't even feel it moving really. Alright, let's go back and see if it's registered or anything. Right, so that's unusual. So it's now showing no codes. Obviously we know we've got a problem, but I'm guessing it's just going to take longer. Once a longer drive, I think.
Yeah.
But obviously
Oh, the way that sticks out.
Yeah. Nice, isn't it? Great finger chopper, isn't it?
We're in there now though.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
I've got a little misfire zone. It's actually getting better and better. We're going to feel that, you know. Look at the revs.
it is all.
There you go, it's off.
Drop the bonnet.
Dave loves an auto Z3, it's probably his favourite car, especially with the wood trim. Makes him feel more gentlemanly. And let's have a little look. That's Dave going full send. It's as full send as Dave goes, to be fair. This is what happens when you let a Megane driver out in a proper sports car. Doesn't know what to do with it. So I'll talk to you about this in more detail, but the Z3, the 3 litre, is probably one of the rarest Z3s. It was really the final edition. There wasn't many of them made. I'm not actually sure how many, so I'm going to try and pop that on screen now. But what a machine. And actually the box in this car feels super smooth. Once we sort these little issues out, it's going to be a fantastic car. Here Dave comes now. See what it's running like. We've unplugged the MAF. It's a good looking car, that. Look at that.
Fixed.
Works.
Go sideways.
Good. How sideways? You can't go sideways here, can
Go back down the yard. Rotate it.
we? Can we take it down the NRT? See if it works.
We're there.
Don't know if we dare. Fucking hell, I'm sat high up in it.
Take it to Wingate flyover and back.
Passenger seat doesn't work.
No, definitely got Wingate flyover and back. Actually feels really good. But it's all. I feel like now.
Feels tight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's done some miles as well this year. 128th, how I think it's done. First ride out in the 3 litre Z3. I've got some serious speed action going on. Let's get that under control. But what a machine! Smoother than Usher's shitbox buying sales patter.
Smoother than Usher's hairdo.
I don't know if it's that smooth. Come on.
You two little homos.
Yes, we had a cheeky little reach around. First drive, obviously Dave's just been out hooning around in it and having a bit of fun, but it's the first time that I've actually had it out properly. So what's wrong? Yeah, I can feel some issues with the brakes. They're not terrible, but they're not perfect. A little bit of wobble, but that could be tyre pressures. Could be the tyres just been stood for quite a while, might have had some air put into them. The engine sounds fantastic. This 3 litre is a beautiful engine, and I'm going to have to check on this, but I think it's a 3 litre engine that's out of the E46 that's in this. So 228 brake horsepower, big increase over my 2.8 Z3, which has, I believe, 193. So we're about nearly another 35, 40 horsepower up. It's just very smooth. It's the same as the 2.8. It has that kind of same smoothness to it. Feels very nice to drive. Steering wheel feels bigger than mine. The steering wheel feels huge. These seats are different in this car as well. They don't go quite as low down, so it's not as easy for me to get in, to be fair. So I'm here over at Usher's, and I've brought the 3 litre BMW Z3 Auto over because I just wanted to have a look at the E36 and see what work's been going on since I was last here earlier today. Usher was servicing the car, doing a few bits and bats, and Dave is now doing a little bit of repair work to the calipers, which have been painted, and putting some brake discs on. But you're not going to know much about this project on my channel, but Usher's got it on his, so I'm going to tell you about it now, show you around the car a little bit, and then comment below, tell me what you think.